Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of BS Drunk Movie Reviews. This is a weekly podcast, and we do upload the video version to our YouTube channel, so you can check that out. My name is Vetta, and as always, I am joined by my brother, Matt.
Hey, you guys.
And on this episode, we are going to be talking about 21 and over.
Oh, 21. You remember when you're 21?
Yes, I do, because for like the first 6 months, everywhere I went, they either denied serving me alcohol or they confiscated my license as if it was a fake.
Why? Really?
Yes.
I never had that problem. Oh, man.
Very
Sorry.
first time.
Sorry. My drink went down the wrong tube. Oh.
The very first time I was 21 years old, it was on my birthday.
Really?
And I ordered a strawberry daiquiri, I think. And they brought it. Yeah, I was 21. You're stupid when you're 21. It wasn't booze.
No, that's delicious. But they did they give you a problem over a daiquiri?
So first, the guy just brought me a virgin daiquiri.
What?
And because I've had alcohol before I was 21, I knew there was no alcohol in it. And I said to my husband, I said, this doesn't have alcohol in it. He literally takes it across the table, takes a drink. The guy comes back and he goes, there's no alcohol in this. And he goes, well, she's not 21. And I go, yes, I am. It is my 21st birthday today. You should ask for my ID, not just assumed it.
Right? What a dick. Fire him.
Okay, but I did look really young for a really long time. I mean, I was 18 years old.
It doesn't matter.
And someone gave me the children's menu at a restaurant.
What? Oh, I would have went full Karen on some. Now that you mentioned that, real quick, I just want to say, so me and my wife, when we were searching for a house, we showed up to a house, and the realtor, because it was an open house, they're like, "Are your parents showing up soon?" And we were like, "What the fuck?" I was like, I'm not buying this house now. But all right, continue.
Yeah. So, and I think I had another one too, where we went to a bar or something and they told me it was a fake and they confiscated it. But
what?
when they confiscate, because it was returned to me through the mail. So I don't know exactly how it works, but somebody said they turn it into the police department, and then the police department but they must have looked at it and went, this is legit, and they mailed it back to me.
That's so crazy. Man, You're so much nicer than I am. I would have like freaked out.
What am I gonna do to a bouncer that's 300 pounds and at that time I'm like 100?
Yeah, but here's what you have to ask yourself: what was he gonna do to you, to a 5'2" woman?
I wish I was 5'2".
But what was he gonna do to you? Like punch you in the face? Like you could have been like, hey, motherfucker, it's real, you little stupid bitch. All right.
So today, what are you drinking? Let's start with that. Before we start.
So because this movie takes place on college campus and they do a lot of like beer pong, I just thought a good old-fashioned beer was appropriate for this movie.
I went with the classic Dirty Shirley.
Oh my God.
I was gonna. Okay, so I bought this like
Dirty Shirley. Can I say something real quick? Dirty Shirley sounds like the fat girl you'd fuck at a college party.
Dirty Shirley. Everybody's had her.
I'd probably do her. Anyways, okay. So what were you gonna say? I went
to the store and they had this like bottle of Bacardi Zombie. So it's like a pre-mixed drink. And I was gonna do it as a shot, but because I have weak, feeble woman arms, I couldn't get the bottle open.
Oh my God, what? Why didn't you just call your husband over to open it?
He's on his way to pick our kids up from the college.
That's so funny.
I was gonna yell down for my teenagers. That's when I went. I think when I'm asking my teenagers to open up my alcohol, there might be a problem.
I think you have a problem, Mom. God, I love it if on Monday you were all like, so there's an intervention going on right now.
I send you a text message and go, I don't know what's happening, but they've all invited me.
I think we have to end our podcast.
From the bar.
I'd be straight up like, I'd be like, you need to FaceTime me right now. And I'd be like, listen, motherfuckers, we're not ending this podcast. We're making this thing happen. I put way too much time and effort into this.
You don't like
Okay.
it, just leave when she's drinking.
Right. That's so good. So good. God, I hope that happens now. Anyways, if it does, we're recording all of it so we can put it on this
Secretly
shit.
set my phone up on the counter.
Yeah, we're doing all of it. I'm not even joking. God, do that now just because that would be good for our views.
Now just set up a fake interview.
That's so good. Okay, can I ask you a question before we get into our review of this movie? Okay, out of all out of the three guys, which their names are
Come on. You can do it.
Jeff, Myler, and Casey.
You mean Miller?
That's you know what, asshole? I said Miller. I just said it in French. That's why you didn't understand it. Like you
said it in.
Yeah, comment allez-vous, Myler? See? You get it now. Anyways, sorry you aren't as worldly as me. Anyways,
so you had Miller and Jeff. Did you have the third one?
Skylar, wasn't that his name? Oh,
no,
Casey.
His real name is Skylar.
Casey.
You Googled that shit.
Of course. What do you listen? But I'm not gonna lie. I've been drinking for a while, so I have everything up on my computer. I have like 4 windows up right now, so I can tell because I can't keep my thoughts straight. I have my notes. I got the cast list, all that bullshit.
All right. So,
but out of those 3, which one do you think was the best looking, and then which one had the best personality, in your opinion?
All right. Well, and I'm going to add which one would you be friends with? Because there are 3 of them, so there should be 3 questions.
Oh, for sure.
So, best looking's Casey. What was your other question?
And which one had the best personality?
Oh. Can I say Casey again?
Yeah, of course you can.
I probably wouldn't be friends with him though.
Why? He had a good head on his shoulders.
Huh? Yeah. But I feel like I wouldn't have been friends with Jeff either. I would have probably been friends with Miller because he's a dipshit. And I seemed to always pick out when I was younger, all my friends were dipshits.
Right on.
Now I'm more responsible.
Oh, trust me, I remember some of them.
Huh?
I remember some of them. Don't worry.
Right? Oh. But now I'm an adult, so that's why I say KC for
right
everything.
On. Well,
He's the long-term goal friend.
I just said Jeff for both of those, but since you added the which one would you be friends with, I would have to say I'd probably be friends with Casey because he had a good head on his shoulders. But I wrote it down in my notes later on, but I related mostly to Myler. I'm going to call him that now from now on, since I messed up his name at the beginning.
I feel like you were trying to combine his character's name and his real name because he's Miller and Miles. So
probably. I'm drunk, which is the name of the game.
A drunk mind thing to do. Like you saw it up on the IMDb page and it said Miles, what's his name? Teller, and then Miles it said Teller below, and you said Myler.
That's probably what I did.
All right, so they start out where they're in the car because they're going to Jeff because Jeff's at college.
Well, can I ask you a real quick question before we get started? What did you think about this movie before you saw? Like, did you watch the trailer? Because this is the first time I've ever seen this movie.
Oh no, I had seen it before, and it was actually I don't remember what the other movie we were watching, but you know how on like Netflix it has more like this as a category. Mm-hmm. And then when you're done with the movie, it pops up 3 below or whatever.
I know exactly.
I don't remember what we were watching, but it came up and we watched the trailer and we were like, oh, we're watching this.
Oh, for sure. I remember watching I watched the trailer way back when it first came out. And then I watched it again before we did this. And I thought it looked really funny. Really funny. What did you think about it after you had watched it overall?
Oh, I still liked it.
Oh, see, I didn't think it was that funny. I
liked it. I mean, I didn't think it was hysterical, but I liked it.
Gotcha. Okay.
But I didn't go into it thinking it was going to be some comical masterpiece.
Right on. Yeah, it's no Dumb and Dumber. That's for sure. So, all right. Now what you were saying.
All right. So how many 21st birthdays did you go to? Because they're literally going across country. These two guys to their friend's college.
Across country, none.
But that's what I mean. Do you have any friend that you were such good friends with that you would travel to their college for their 21st birthday?
Nope.
So staying in the confines of your town or largest metropolis near you.
Yes.
How many 21st birthday parties did you go to? 2. Was that yours and your brother?
No. Well, if we're counting, I'm counting only friends, not family. But if just 2.
Oh, so you're not friends with your brother? You're just
no, I am. He's my best friend. But I don't count him because it was my 21st birthday. You fucking asshole. Of course, I said,
are you counting his?
Of course, I was. No, I'm not counting those. So 2.
Okay, nice. Were they everything you thought a 21st birthday party was gonna be?
I mean, no, because I bought drinks the whole night, and I'm all like, I'm spending way more money than I wanted to, but I guess whatever.
Did you do the 21st shots before midnight thing or whatever it is?
I don't know what that is, so no. No.
Well, most bars won't do it anymore because kids have died from it, but in our day it was still allowed.
Oh, gotcha. No, I just bought all the drinks for the birthday person.
Dumb.
Well, I was I didn't have kids then. I wouldn't do it now, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I've been to a few 21st birthday parties, and it's a different thing for girls because when you're in a bar and you're girls and it's my 21st birthday, boys come out of the woodwork to buy you.
Yeah, they
shots.
do. They want to get that B. You know what I'm saying?
Right? They're coming out of the woodworks going, you want a cherry bomb? They're 2 for 1.
They're 2 for 1.
We can do them together.
You can have my 2 for 1.
Would you like a blowjob?
Right? Yeah, exactly. So real quick. So the Miles Teller character, Myler, okay, so I don't know how you felt about the sister conversation.
It's very uncomfortable.
Yeah, I like how the taxi driver was all like, would you not can we talk the sister fucking conversation or the sister fucking talk? But as my sister, I just want to say I would not fuck you ever.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm just throwing it out there.
I don't have a sister, but I would assume if I had one, I would not fuck her either.
Right on.
Nor would I encourage any of my friends to
fuck
her.
I feel you. I did, however, love when they got out of the taxi and that guy, he was like, "Hey, Vision Quest, you're a good dancer."
For the chief.
Yeah, he wasn't a good dancer, but he seemed like a lot of fun. I was like, man, I would party with him.
So I did not ever have a professor that I ever would see as dropping acid and putting on a headdress and sitting outside of it.
And they just go ahead.
And just, dancing for the whole weekend.
Yeah, and they just freely let him out that hospital. Like, see you later, Tom. And I'm all like, what? Like, see,
it was like
I think acid.
We'll get your regular room ready for you.
Right. I think acid is still illegal. I just want to say that. So,
well,
and you're
apparently
teaching.
He's on the fast track to be dean. So.
I mean, I guess.
So what did you think when they got to Jeff Chang's apartment and Mr. Chang?
Well, I wrote down that Miles Teller guy is very racist. I just want to say that he's
I was like, how are you best friends with someone who's Asian, yet you are super racist?
Right. But at the same time, he was very funny. Like, I was just like, that's so funny. Like, what did he say about the Asian girl later on? And he's like, she's very cute. And I was like, that's so funny. That reminds me of me. Because when I was younger,
the one you're talking about, the one in the dorm that lives in Jeff Chang's.
I mean, I was like, listen, I'll fuck you. I'll fuck you as long as you're giving me attention. So,
I hope if you're fucking her, she's giving you attention.
Well, I just related to him a lot. Yeah,
I mean, I wasn't the Tower of Power.
Well, I wasn't saying when I was younger, I wasn't saying racist shit like him, but I was just all like, hey, she's paying attention to me. That means she wants to fuck,
Yeah, that's not what that means.
So. Oh, and I did write down because I wrote this down. I don't like dreadlocks either. Like, because
No.
Jeff Chang was like, I don't like dreadlocks. I was like, yeah, me neither. Dreadlocks are gross. They're just gross.
The whole idea of not washing my hair
Is disgusting.
so it can
I
mat up.
Right.
No.
Yeah, it's so and I just watched a like a TikTok or one of those reels or whatever that said that it was a doctor that's or somebody, I don't remember, said you don't have to wash your arms or your legs because they'll just take care of themselves. And I was like, fuck that. That shit's dirty. Okay. I'm still washing it.
They'll just take care of themselves.
Yeah.
What, you've got little mini like men.
Yeah, like
it's those on your
yeah, it's those toilet scrubbers from those commercials, but on your arms and legs.
Or just you assume you have pets and your dog or cat's just gonna lick your arm or something.
Right. Yeah. And I was like, I'm still gonna wash my arms and legs. I don't care. Like, it's fine.
I wouldn't see that doctor. I don't think he would be in my network.
Right.
So how firm do you think Jeff Chang's I'm not going to go out, like, how much do you think he was really firm? Because I feel like they convinced him very quickly. He did not put up much of a fight.
Yeah.
Whereas being as supposedly scared of his dad as everyone is, he didn't put up much of a fight.
No, yeah, he was just looking for an excuse to go out. He just needed them to be there, and they were
and
there.
them saying they'd have him back by a certain time. I didn't believe that shit. I'm like, dude, you're rolling in at 8 a.m. You've got to shower and get out the door in 15 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I did love their bar crawl. Their whole thing. That was great. But I did write down, I mean, I have more thoughts, but I love, okay, so there's the scene where he like comes over the thing and he takes from the tap, the beer tap, he like sucks it out, and then Miles Teller's character Miller, or Myler, he puts his cup under the, okay, so I just want to tell us a quick story. Okay. I was at a bar one time and I saw this happen, where a guy was trying to get the bartender's attention and she wasn't paying attention to him. So he literally like filled up his cup with beer, drank it, and she saw him, and then he booked it towards the door. And she like, the bartender's like chased after him, and I was like, oh, this is good. I love this. I'm so glad I'm not involved.
Hop over the counter, because that would have made for so much more dramatic.
The guy didn't, but the woman that was the bartender that saw him, she was like, that guy and everything. And then the guy like ran after him and everything. I was like, oh, this is so good. I love this. Because what were they going to do? Like arrest him for what?
Well, that is technically stealing.
I mean, but you just charge him for it. It's fine. It was like, whatever. But she was just chit-chatting on the job. She wasn't paying attention to the customers, because I wanted to drink also. So I was like, yeah, fuck you, bitch. So
you were like, that's what happens when you don't do your job.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. You pumpkin pie haircut freak.
What did you think of Randy?
Well, I just want to say one more thing before I talk about Randy, because Randy was a douche. When he pees on those people, I was like, ew, Jeff, you're a gross person.
Jeff.
Like, yeah, we've reached the end of your the part where I like you.
Yeah, because I'm still in the bar where where he gets the beer and drinks out of the thing, but they throw the dart.
Yeah.
So Casey's talking up Nicole, who he's just met, and they're over playing darts, and he throws the dart through Randy's cheek.
Which I understand Randy being upset about that, but I just go
he
like,
doesn't say ow or anything. He barely flinches when a dart comes in his cheek. And all of a sudden he is like, I would be pissed too, but I'm pretty sure ow or God, why or what the fuck, something would have come out of my mouth. I would have just turned and been like, let's fight.
Right, exactly. I did like also how he's like, he just threw that bend or that stool. I was like, well, good, he got revenge, but it's over now. One
friend, Justin, who keeps saying stuff like, put your dick in me.
Right.
Just the weirdest that you want to fuck me or suck your dick. He just throws in these things all the time. So they're doing their bar crawl,
Yeah.
And my favorite part, and only because I have had incidences of people not believing my ID, when Jeff Chang walks up to the bouncer and is like, 21, motherfucker. And then just
Right.
in. I'm like, oh, Jeff, I get you right now.
Right. I've never had that issue though. I always looked younger than I really was, but as soon as they saw my ID, I mean, it's not like,
I think it's a combination of our family. When we're younger, we look really young. We have good genetics on that way. But then because of the fact I'm not even 5 foot, I'm like 4'10" and a half. You combine those two things together and they're looking down at me and I'm literally the size of a 5th grader. So
right on.
I'm not as bitter as you are for me.
Right on. Yeah, no. Sorry, I was just opening up another beer. Yeah, no, I totally get him though. Like, you know
what their college didn't have though?
What?
A drunk bus.
Oh, that would have been so good. By the way, watch our review for Drunk Bus. That would have been nice though. A drunk bus when I was drunk all the time. That would have been nice.
My oldest says her college has a drunk bus.
That would have been helpful at some points in time. I remember times when I probably shouldn't have drove home, but
I remember times of walking past places and friends being on the balcony going, Vetta, what are you doing? I'll be in a minute. I'm just outside. No, you're not, because I was at the building next door.
All right. So can we get to the Latina sorority?
Love the Latina sorority.
Can I just say real quick? I just thought this whole sequence was, one, it was too long, and B, it was too silly. Like it was
too much, because why did they take Jeff Chang in? They could have left him in the bush. He was just fine. He was drunk and passed out.
Yeah, and like he started eating when he started eating the tampon, I was like, all right, we need to end this real quick, because this has just entered the world of silliness. Like
world of nobody would do that.
Wait, what was that?
No one would eat a tampon. It's cottony.
Yeah, because he was like, it's candy. I was like, I have never seen a tampon and thought, ooh, look, candy. Okay. And plus the whole time he's just like, I'm hungry. I want Cocoa Puffs. And I'm like, oh, please stop it. Like, I've been hungry too, but I've never eaten a tampon because I've been.
But I also go, how stupid were these girls?
Oh yeah. When she's all like Layla and everything. I'm all like, there's a zombie next to you. Okay, honey, while you're pooping. So you need to get it together.
That she was dumb. And then she passed the tampon on her, which he ate. Then you have the two stupid guys, Miller. I almost said Myler.
Myler.
So much. Miller and Casey are in the rooms, convincing girls to make out, and they're dumb and falling for it. I'm sorry. I never pledged. I didn't do the Greek life. But if part of the Greek life was, being told to make out with my roommate or whatever, I would really question it. And I'd be like, is this really sisterhood? Or is there a camera somewhere and we're making soft porn and you're going to put it on fans only?
Right.
Pornhub or something. What's happening here?
Right. And I just,
and we're not blind in the dark. It was dark. Their eyes adjusted. They'd been able to see.
Exactly. Especially when he was all like, hey, and everything. And she was like, is there a man in here? I would have been like, sweet pea, red flag. Sweetie. Like, come on.
Don't be that, like, I believe everything.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Don't be that dumb. Don't be that sorority girl.
Right.
Okay?
Don't be the stereotype.
Which I knew right off the bat that wasn't Nicole's sorority. Like, come on. Although I did laugh when he was like, oh, look, there's Nicole's sorority after they threw Jeff Chang off a trampoline into the rose bushes.
Was it a trampoline or was it a pool that had a pool cover over it? I don't remember.
I thought it was, well, that's a good question. I don't remember. And
I don't
plus I've
either.
been drinking a lot, so I'm pretty toasted. So I don't know about you. I can't feel my face. So
I can't feel my face, but all of a sudden, this is how I know I'm like reaching that level. I'm never warm. I'm always cold. And all of a sudden, I'm like, when I drink a ton, I
I'm the
get
same way.
warm. Like,
I'm the same way. I'm just like, oh, and like for those listening to our podcast, you can't see, but my cheeks get like uber red,
yep,
and
yep,
I'm just
same.
like, yeah. So, I don't have anything else to say about the sorority girls, the Latina sorority
Oh,
girls,
no, but
except for
you knew they weren't going to settle and they were coming
oh,
back.
oh, of course. Listen, the spicy
You,
Latina is
right.
a stereotype, but it was very true. I was like, oh, they want revenge. You don't fuck with them. You just like listen. They aren't handling that shit very well.
I really go, they should probably teach a ton of parenting classes because I am pretty sure they've put those air tags on all their kids so they know, like, they're like, oh, you want to turn off your find me on your phone or where's my phone?
Right.
That's fine. You go right ahead. You want to know why? They're telling later, they're like, oh, yeah, he thinks he's getting away with so much. I air tagged his shit. I know where he is, even though it's not on his phone. Because I feel like they are very good at this is the law because I said so.
Right. Right.
They put the fear of God.
Right on. Okay. So can we skip forward unless you have anything else to the bonfire party?
Okay. With the bull?
With the bull or buffalo. It's a buffalo.
A buffalo,
buffalo?
yes.
Yeah. So I laughed so hardcore when the buffalo was like mowing down people. Like I was just like, oh fuck that dude. And then I loved afterwards when Myler was all like, oh yeah, they're gonna kill it. They're gonna kill that buffalo. And I just want to say this was the first time, not the last time, when I was like, yes, titties.
Which you would have thought for being a college drinking movie, there would have been more of. But
which I wish there was. I like, yeah, I'm not a girl, but if I was an actress, I'd be like, you need me to show my titties or what? Like, this is a fantasy movie.
Like, is this a titty scene? For it. You did see in my contract, I do nudity, right?
Yeah, I would just been like, anytime you need titties, I'm there. I'm all there. But I appreciate it personally. I was like, yes, daddy wants. So
so at the bonfire, when Randy wouldn't give him a phone and his friend Justin once again was yelling out weird things about sexual nature to Randy.
right.
Didn't you think he was just being a super dick? They were just trying to figure out where he lived.
Yeah. Which first off, I just want to say that like their phones are fantastic because they're so old school. But
they're like actual BlackBerry.
Yeah, exactly. I used to love BlackBerry.
But can I just say, wait a minute,
yeah,
they got to Jeff Chang's house earlier that day. How do they not remember the fucking address?
Right, exactly. Like, yeah, exactly. Like he wrote it down, but I'm all like, yeah, but if you've got a BlackBerry, I had a BlackBerry at one point in time. I wrote everything down. Like, why didn't you? It's weird.
And why did they never think to ask the chief? I mean, yeah, he was on a trip, but he wasn't an idiot.
Like, oh, for sure.
You may be seeing rainbows and unicorns pooping out of their ears and shit.
Right.
But you can still have a conversation.
Right on. Yeah, no, I love when the buffalo went crazy and started mowing those people down. It made me super happy.
And then Jeff Chang pulls out the gun.
Yeah, which I love that because and then he tackled him and then he was like doing wrestling moves. I don't know. And then they got out of the whole bonfire scene. Excuse me. And then they had him on a go-kart or golf cart. Sorry, golf cart. And I loved that. Okay, so they're the whole time they're sitting there and they're having this conversation. And Myler, he reveals that he dropped out of school. And the whole time I was like, ooh, like that was a big reveal. Like we didn't all see that coming,
Weren't the sharpest ball.
Right, exactly. But I did have to say, I do have to say, like out of all Miller, Miles Teller, that character, I did connect with him most as far as like dropping out of college and then like, just being very open and honest. I have no filter in real life. So yeah.
See, that's where I relate to Casey. I was doing the finish college in less years than it was required so I could get a job and move on with life.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Live out your college years. It only happens once.
For sure. Yeah. And any more advice I could give, find somebody in college. You're all there. You believe pretty much in the same things. You're all the same age, all that good stuff. I met my wife later on in life and
I met mine in college.
Yeah, so. Exactly. Yeah, so can we skip to the Tower of Power party?
Love the Tower of Power.
I liked the concept of the Tower of Power, and I liked the bouncer who's like, I have feelings too, or whatever he said. I'm not just a pretty face or muscles or whatever he said. I have feelings.
But did you happen to notice that they were the only two that he stopped? And was like,
yeah. Like that girl that got past, and I was like, "Oh, she didn't win any games." And stop it. She probably just showed him her titties, and she was like, "All right, go ahead."
And the games for the Tower of Power, I'm like, they weren't really like difficult. I feel like anyone could win. You play beer pong, okay? Yeah. You play beer pong long enough, you're gonna win.
For sure.
Its statistics are eventually gonna get in your favor, and then they had to play suck and blow. I'm like, okay.
Right
again,
on.
And chug a gallon of milk, I'd have been out.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm not into throwing
juice or something.
Yeah,
I'm not doing milk. And how they didn't throw up, I don't understand.
Oh yeah, he threw up. There's like I think it's like it's not even possible because it's so much milk. I don't like milk, so I would have had a glass and I'm like, I'm out.
Intolerant. So.
Yeah. Can I say though that I love when during the suck and blow, Nicole mentioned Hanover Lake camp, and I wrote down, well, Vetta wouldn't know anything about that. Reference our what was it?
If you're wondering about that, go back and listen to our sleepaway camp.
Sleepaway camp, yeah, there we go. Our camp, anything where we do camp, because that's
anything that talks about camp. Go ahead. I am not going to be there.
As soon as she said that, I was
like, hand's gonna be there with the spotlight on, saying, "You're right." The wolves.
So and then they get I don't know where you want to go from, if you have anything before this.
They get to the what's his name? What's the head guy in the diaper at the top
I don't remember. Chad or something. I can't remember.
Well, his name was Chad, yes, but I can't remember what his official title was.
Tower Chad. I don't remember. Power Chad.
All I know is him a banana.
Yeah, all I know is as soon as they showed him, I was like, ew.
With his bitches that he had to pay $10 each.
Yeah, his fat bitches. Which I was all like, I mean, and then they were like gold beads, and I was like, well, look, I mean, like you kind of made an approve, like you had a good time, right? Right. So
budget of $40.
Yeah,
that would have been like what, 10 gallons of milk? No, because he had to pay $10 to each of his bitches, so he had $20. So only like 8 people can play these games, right? Because he had to buy so much milk.
Right. Can we skip to when the Latinas capture them?
And have first, can we bring up where Mr. Chang is looking for them?
Yeah, I love Jeff's little like teddy bear song.
That happens while he's waiting for them to finish the Power of Tower. They set him with some guys that are high and passed out, and when they come to, they realize there's just a guy, and they start fucking with him. they strip him down and super glue a teddy bear to his cock. That is seriously the funniest thing of this whole movie.
Right on. And I love when he's on top of the car and the cops are like, sir, what does he say? Get down. And he just starts doing the robot. I laughed so hard. He's like, well, he's getting down. So good. So good. I was like, that is good.
I just love the other cop that's like, well, he's doing what you said. He's getting down. Yeah. And then you have the Latinas out in their little vests.
Right. And then,
with their white van.
Yeah. And they do this like eyes wide shut council meeting with them. And I just
once they catch them, underground bullshit. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, and I just want to say that when they made them make out, I think they made out enough to where they shouldn't have gotten branded.
They got branded. Like, yeah. I'm pretty sure they can't do that.
Yeah. Although I do have to say they both have nice butts.
They do. I mean, if you're gonna be on a film, that's the butt you want.
Yeah, I was definitely jealous. I was like, oh, I wish I had a nice butt. Although I have been told by a coworker I have what's called a juicy butt. Which I was like, what does it even mean?
I don't know. And it was nice of the Latinas to give them a sock as they walked back.
Right. Now I have to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Did you think that it was like a big surprise that Jeff that he was on suicide attempt or a suicide watch after he was like failing school?
No, did you see his father? I feel like
he
probably felt so much. He probably didn't even want to be a doctor. He probably just wanted to be like an accountant or a dental hygienist, for Pete's sakes.
Right. Yeah.
And his dad's all like, no, you must be a doctor.
Right. Well, I was just like, as soon as they saw that he was, as soon as who was it? Nicole revealed that he was failing school. I was all like, well, that's not really a far reach that he tried to commit suicide.
No. How did you feel about the end scene in the apartment where Randy and his two friends come in and they just start, breaking shit in Jeff Chang's apartment? And again, his friend is yelling out stuff like, fuck me, Randy.
I mean, it was like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
And I love the car chase before that to get back. Like, they just never get caught by the police.
Yeah, right. Well, there was an Asian man running across cars at the time.
True.
In a teddy bear thong.
So, I mean, I just kind of go, it was such an anticlimactic end that I was like, it could have been different. I mean, and the fact that they go to a music festival and then it ends with Miller trying to get admitted to the college and he meets the chief because the chief is the dean or some shit.
Right.
Because not everybody gets their shit together because they have one crazy night with their friends and now they want to go back to college and get their life together. That's not how it works.
Right. Sorry.
Miller would have had some shitty ass jobs. It would have taken 5 or 6 years for him to come to terms.
Which I just want to say, I didn't think, like, for instance, Casey having a job was really that big a deal. I mean, I know he's
an internship. Yeah.
Yeah. And I know he was dating Nicole at the end.
Yeah, because they were at the music festival too.
Right. Which that music festival didn't sound all that great. Like, I was all like, they were all like, oh, you're not going to go to whatever it's called. I don't know. South by Southwest this year. And I was like, listen, I've seen those on YouTube and they don't look that great. Okay. So
love going to a good festival.
Well, you're all into that shit.
Oh, Ultra Miami, EDC Las Vegas. The only one I refuse to go to again, only because it involves camping, is Electric Forest, which is just about an hour and a half north of you.
Campy's gross.
Oh I got tricked into going because I was told there was glamping, and glampy was like a hotel inside of a tent.
What was it?
It was a very nice tent with a bed and a side table.
Oh, look at you.
And that was
high roller.
Right. And I was like, what? And it came with a VIP bracelet. So
if it involves a tent, I'm not interested.
Yeah, I don't like camping. I don't like the outdoors.
I'm the same way. Camping is gross. I'm like,
I might like it if every bug on the planet didn't see me as an all-you-can-eat buffet.
Right.
But no.
I'm not interested in camping at all.
I'm all for the music festivals like Ultra and EDC and Lights All Night, where I can go to the festival, listen to all the music I want, eat, drink, and then go back to a hotel with air conditioning and a bed and a shower.
Right on.
So I was a little concerned too when I saw their music festival, because I was like, oh, this looks like some hippy dippy do festival that was thrown in, someone's backyard.
We're real quick off topic. Did you ever think about going to that fire festival?
No.
Oh, okay.
We have a strict rule of we don't go to any festival the first year it's ran, because there's just notorious history for them being terrible the first year. And even the first time this year, when festivals started happening again right after COVID, we were like, they've not been able to do this for a few years. We're just going to wait and make sure they don't drop the ball, and they still keep it all together. So,
right on. I was just curious.
No way. And that was expensive. Like, I would super.
Well, that was not in my realm of anything. So
have you watched those documentaries?
Of course I have. I love drama.
The one guy that was ready to give people blowjobs for the pallets of water.
Nice. Okay.
Alrighty. Yeah. So what did you think of this movie overall?
I'm gonna be honest. It's too silly. It's too silly. I can't handle it. It's too silly.
I feel like that's your word of the day. Silly.
It is my word of the day. I couldn't but by the end of it, I was like, I wouldn't suggest this movie at all. It was just nonsense, and I think
we're gonna disagree.
Well, I'm right and you're wrong. So I just
commend it. Just because it's good to watch, to compare your own experience. And it's got moments. It probably is 20 minutes too long.
But the Asian guy is the funniest part. Every time I laughed, he was involved. If he wasn't in it, it wouldn't be funny. It just wouldn't.
Well, it is all based around his 21st birthday. So if he wasn't in it, the movie couldn't happen.
I laughed when he peed on everybody, even though it was gross.
The dart in the face was great.
I didn't laugh at that part, but I laughed when he did the robot and he broke it down, or he got down, because I was like, that's funny. That shit's funny.
I didn't laugh with the dart, but it definitely got a reaction. I went, oh,
because that's your biggest fear when playing darts.
We have a little dive bar close to our house that they have darts. And luckily it's the little dart machines with the soft tips. But every time I'm sitting there, I'm like, because it's right by where people that smoke have to go outside. And I'm like, wonder how many smokers walk in front of the dart people and get smacked and are just happy they weren't real darts.
Right.
So we clearly disagree. I definitely think you should watch it. I'm not saying you should make it a staple or put it in your rotation to watch all the time, but
don't watch it.
Give it a go. It's got some good parts. You can see the guy's bitches that he paid $10 to work.
It's not worth it. Don't do it. You guys, listen to me. I'm the smarter of the two.
So he says, I'm the
because I know. Listen, I love you. I love you, and you're
so
great.
Technically, I'm the smarter.
Oh, stop it! You just because you graduated summa cum laude and shit. doesn't
I'm
mean
almost done with my master's.
oh, in what librarian work? Oh, get the fuck out of here with your nonsense. I don't hear
Dissing librarian.
you're like a librarian, right? I'm sorry. I'm being mean. I'm drunk. I've been drinking.
I thought
I
you
love
said,
you.
"Oh, I'm a lover when I drink." I'm all, "Oh, we're best friends."
I am.
Oh, clearly not for librarians.
You
Apparently, if
stop
you're a
that.
librarian and you see my brother at the bar, stay
You
away.
stop that.
He hates the books.
I love you. I love you. I'm just playing because you're my sibling.
Right. All right, so we're gonna move on to our next segment, which has nothing to do with the library, so he'll be okay. So, what is your question today, Matthew?
My question for you is, what is your favorite college movie?
All right, so I am gonna stray from former answers that are similar, and I'm gonna go with the movie Accepted.
Oh, right on.
I love that movie where they make their own college, and it's the South Harmon Institute of Technology when they're the shitheads.
Right on. I haven't seen that movie.
You have to watch it because it's literally these kids that don't get into any college, or because of a sports injury, they lose their scholarship. So they have no college to go to. So they rent an old, like, insane asylum and they turn it into a college. And the college is called the South Harmon Institute of Technology. So it's literally shit. Their school colors are brown and blue, shit brown, and they are the shitheads.
Nice. I'd watch that.
It's funny. So what is your answer?
Well, my answer is The House Bunny. I love
that one.
I love it because I love my favorite part is when she's like when she stands over the sewer grate like
Marilyn
Monroe, and she's like, oh God, and she's like it burned. I thought it was like full of like herbal botanicals or some shit like that, and I was like it's so stupid. Plus it has Emma Stone in it. I love her. She's like my Hollywood crush. I love her so much.
Got a ton of people in it that you forget that are in that movie.
Yeah, it's so good. It's got Tom Hanks' son that he doesn't like.
Colin?
Yeah, because he's from that marriage. It doesn't matter.
Oh no, you're talking about the older one, not Colin. What's his name? Chaz?
No, not Chaz. That's the rapper. I'm talking about the one from his previous marriage.
Is that one Colin? I thought Colin was Rita's. Is Colin not Rita's?
Hold on, I'm looking it up right now. Hold on, give me 2 seconds. Yeah, Colin.
Oh, okay.
Because Chet is the rapper that he absolutely loves. Colin is the one from his previous marriage that he just like forgets. But I love him. He's such a good actor.
Yeah.
I haven't disliked anything that he's in.
Yeah. Alrighty,
that's my answer.
Awesome. My question is, what is your favorite movie with a sorority in it?
Oh, shit. I messed up.
What's your answer? Come
on. I mixed up my answers. I'm sorry. I'm reading my notes. I'm gonna edit this out. I'm gonna edit all of this out. I'm such an idiot.
What is your favorite college movie?
I'm so stupid. I'm gonna edit all of this out.
It works. I mean, it's a college movie.
We need to narrow this down to 2 podcasts in one episode. I can't do it. Okay. My favorite college.
What is your favorite college movie?
It's Old School with Will Ferrell.
I just watched that the other night.
I love that movie. Hank the Tank.
My boy Blue.
My boy Blue. I love that movie. It's so good.
I love that movie. Like I said, I just watched it the other night.
Yeah, it's so good. It's just one of those classics. I saw it in the movie theater like 4 times and everything, which I know doesn't seem like a lot now, but it was a lot then. What is your favorite movie with a sorority in it?
Shit out of this. So, all right. So for my question is, what is your favorite movie with a sorority in it?
The House Bunny. What about yours?
So I had a really, really hard time with this. Like, I wanted to pick Revenge of the Nerds because of the lambda and Omega Moose. I wanted to say because of the Omega Moose, but I didn't. I picked probably an easy way out or an easy movie, but it's a classic. I love it. You can never go wrong. Legally Blonde.
Oh my God, I almost said Legally Blonde. I love Legally Blonde. It's so good.
Delta Nu.
My favorite part is when she goes into that store and she's all like, and she translates, she's all like, oh, let me sell this girl this dress and everything. And she's all like, I don't remember what she says because it's been a while, but she like puts her in her place, like, yeah, bitch. That's what I thought.
Because she's a fashion major.
Yeah, she's a fashionista.
Yeah. I just love when she gets to Harvard and they're all going around the room and introducing themselves, and they're all like, this is my 3rd PhD. I've got a PhD or whatever, and there's all this shit that they're doing, and then they get to her and she's like, so is the president of my sorority Delta Nu? Oh, I was homecoming queen. And I once talked Cameron Diaz out of watching this or buying this heinous or Algora orange sweater. Whoever said orange is the new pink was terribly disturbed. That's like, I love that.
Right on. Yeah, no, I also love it. It's so good. I love that movie.
It's just a classic. I don't think it's ever going to go out. I just always think it's going to be there. All right. Do you have anything else you would like to add?
I do not. I don't.
All righty. Well, thanks guys so much for listening. And if you listen to us on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, please be sure to leave us a 5-star review. Follow us on Twitter at BSDrunkPod to stay updated. We will also be uploading this video to our YouTube channel, so be sure to subscribe to us at YouTube BS Drunk Reviews, and don't forget to drink, recap, review, and repeat. Bye.